Right now, this video is being viewed on cell phones, tablets, computers, and TVs. Getting non-physical media on your TV in the past required some hackery or some extra hardware components. Now we live in an age where media streamers are found in more households than ever before. Majority of people are using inexpensive media streamers. Now with all these products, it's somewhat confusing to figure out what are all the pros and cons. And at the end of this video, you can choose which one is right for you. I'm Kevin the Tech Ninja, and welcome to my dojo. Today I'm covering two different types of media streamers. We have set-top boxes and also HDMI dongles. Set-top boxes provides more robust hardware, which should equate to better performance. The HDMI dongles are best for ease of use, and they're popular for people who change locations often and want to bring the media streaming experience with them. First up, we'll start with the favorite for most cord cutters out there, the Roku streaming stick. The main advantage it has over other media streamers is that it provides you with over 1,000 different applications, or as Roku calls it, channels. Inside the box, you'll find the stick, controller, booklet, batteries, and USB cable. The remote is a glossy black with purple accent colors. The buttons provide a nice click and feels durable in your hand. All the buttons you'd expect are on the controller, like play, pause, menu, and etc. At the bottom of the controller, you'll find 4 buttons for quick access to other apps. I really wish that these buttons were generic that you could program. The actual streaming stick itself is pretty standard. HDMI on the end, and also a port for the micro USB, which is used to plug into your TV and wall for power. The setup requires you to make an account on the computer. Once you have an account, you can then select from your choice of apps, or as Roku calls them, channels. Once you set it up, you then confirm the code on your TV, and then it dumps you right into the interface. The interface is pretty simple. You have categories on the left and the content to the right. As far as content, there's a lot to take in. There's plenty of movies, TV shows located on the dashboard for purchase. Now the selection is pretty decent from what I saw. There's several new movies on there and relevant TV shows. You can also access your free channels like Watch ESPN, Netflix, HBO Go, and others. It can act as a Chromecast too, if you will, but that's only for a few applications like YouTube. You just go into the YouTube app and press on the little button there, and then you can select the Roku as a wireless streaming device. But most of the time you launch the media will be from the Roku's interface. There are a ton of settings, and you can adjust the themes, add additional controllers, and a lot of other things as well. There's also a large community online, so finding extra apps or getting help should be pretty easy. Roku does a great job at mixing the paid experience and the free experience, which makes it desirable for cable cutters who prefer an a la carte type of system. If I were to cut the cord, I think Roku would be something I'd use and just purchase the channels that I want. Up next, we have Amazon's offering at media streaming with the Fire TV and Fire TV Stick. First, we'll talk about the stick. It comes with the dongle and the remote. The controller actually is pretty small, especially after holding the Roku. It fits in the palm of my hand, and it gives you the playback buttons and also some menu buttons too. The top is a directional pad, and the middle is a click button. Think iPod Classic without the actual wheel mechanism. The stick, well, it's an HDMI stick with a USB port, and that's all I can say about it. The Fire TV is a square box, and you honestly miss it if you weren't looking for it. It leaves such a small thumbprint within your entertainment stack. On the back, you'll find the power connector, HDMI, optical, Ethernet, and USB in. The remote on the Fire TV has a unique shape to it. It's not square, but it's not really round. It has the same buttons and the directional pad as the stick's remote, but it has a microphone built into it too, so you can send out voice commands to the Fire TV. The gaming controller is also compatible with the Fire TV too. When booting up both devices for the first time and after you connect it to your Wi-Fi and do the updates that are required, you're then taken to a screen that confirms your Amazon account. If you did purchase from Amazon's website, this enables it to be the fastest and the easiest setup. Then it drops you down into a really good tutorial that teaches you how to use your device. There are also some help menus that you can go back and watch the tutorial again if you wish. The interface is exactly the same on the Fire TV and stick. It uses a similar method to the Roku with categories on the left side and the content stored in the middle. Now on the left side, you'll see categories like Prime Video, movies, TV, wish lists, and on the right side, you'll then find the applications. So you'll find ESPN, Vimeo, YouTube, Netflix, or if you're actually in the movies, then you'll find all the Prime movies that are available. Now you won't find anything from Netflix or in YouTube on this menu right here. You actually have to go into the application to see that media. One thing I do want to mention with this interface is that each application is treated like a silo. You know, each application looks a little bit different and the behavior is different. So you can't see your Netflix videos or your YouTube videos or Vimeo videos on the main dashboard. You have to go into the application to actually see it. Beyond the application inconsistencies, the experience is lightning quick with a decent connection. This experience is enhanced if you are a Prime subscriber. The ASAP feature and voice search is amazing. ASAP guesses on the next TV show or movie that's in your queue, so it's ready to go as soon as you press play. On the Fire TV box, the voice search allows you to search by an actor, genre, title, or any other content of criteria, although it only pulls in results from Amazon's Prime collection. Gaming is on board with the Fire TV and the Fire TV Stick. Since I'm an Amazon Prime subscriber, I find myself leaning towards the Fire TV Stick, just because it's quick, it's light, it's relatively inexpensive, and I don't care to play games on my TV. I have a lot of other things that would do that for me. A full review of the Fire TV box is located in the description below. The fan favorite Chromecast found its way into your living room over a year ago. Since then, it's been regarded as one of the must-have tech items for a number of reasons. This is the easiest way to put streaming content on your TV, period. Using a smartphone or computer, using Chrome, you simply do one click and the media is playing. Setup is pretty simple and it takes less than 5 minutes. Now, since you don't have a controller, you rely on your mobile device to drive the media. So when you're in an application that supports Chromecast, you'll see an icon for it. You press on it and select your Chromecast. This will then send the streaming URL to that Chromecast and it plays the video. Now you continue to use your device as a controller. You pause, you play, you switch videos or applications off from your device. There are a ton of applications now that support Chromecast, and it's like wine. It became better with time. The Chromecast tackled the challenging task of putting media on your TV, and it makes it simple. And it's used by millions of people, iOS, Android, or anyone using Chrome. All users can use it, and the experience is exactly the same. I just hate to use this cliche, but it applies here. It just works. Last but not least is one of the newcomers to the group. This is the Nexus Player. It's Google's answer to the Fire TV. The Nexus Player is shaped like an oversized hockey puck. On the back, it's not really the most featured packed device out there, and it sits pretty flush. It doesn't rock or anything like that. And this too blends into your entertainment stack. The controller, well, let's be honest, it's almost identical to the Fire TV's controller, all the way down to the microphone button at the very top. The same directional pad and the similar layout too. I found myself picking up the wrong controller while testing this many times. It's obvious Google and Amazon were aware of their competition when making their two products. The layout uses large squared tiles, and the categories are built into the list. So your screen is filled with information and really no wasted space. On surface, it's prettier than the Fire TV and Roku. However, as of today, the library is still lacking. Although it's expected, and I'm sure there will be more apps, it's just tough to catch up to products that have been out for so many years and doing what you're attempting to do. But for the apps that are on the Nexus Player, they run material design inspired theme, flashy transitions and smooth animations throughout the whole interface. And the Nexus looks and runs pretty good as long as you're in Google's applications. Just like other media streamers out there, you'll find some inconsistencies within the applications. Netflix, for example, it runs pretty much the same application from the Fire TV and on my Panasonic TV. It takes you to a slow and clunky interface, and it doesn't follow any of the design guidelines. The Nexus Player also has built-in Chromecast support, so you can easily cast from any application that it supports. And it's nice that Google didn't forget about its casting technology that made Chromecast so likable. And just think, this is a Chromecast with the UI and a remote controller included. You can also play games on the Nexus Player, and it runs like the Fire TVs. The games mostly run pretty good, sometimes they lag when a lot of action happens, but it's a pretty cool experience. The game controller is optional and some games just work off the remote, but it's up to the game's decision if you have to buy the game controller or not. If you want more information about this Nexus Player, be sure to check out my full review down in the description below. And there you have it, folks. That was my wrap up of the best media streamers. Now, I did review a few of them already, so make sure you check out the description down below because I do have some full reviews, because obviously I couldn't do a full review of each one in this video because the video will be 20 minutes long. As always, guys, my name is Kevin the Tech Ninja. Make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and be looking out for our CES coverage coming early January. As always, guys, this is Kevin the Tech Ninja. Have yourself a great day. Happy holidays, because we are your source for all things Android. Take care, guys.